Hello there, Ray here, and we got a new snapshot, 18W22A. With this snapshot, they put out a lot of different bug fixes, mostly to do with converting from 1.12.2 up into 1.13, so that your old worlds wouldn't break. They also claimed to fix some things, but they really didn't fix them. Also, you may notice my voice is a little bit different. I was sick over the weekend, but let's go ahead and look at all the different changes with this snapshot. They fixed it so that trees won't generate with leaves outside of the area which the logs protect. Essentially, if a leaf would generate out too far, then the logs aren't able to keep this leaf sustained and it would be able to decay. And this is pretty common when you go to a jungle. It'd be quite leggy because of all the extra leaves on the outside which were decaying. This should improve with some of the lag that comes with jungles, although there is just a lot of stuff that has to render in the jungle, so it is going to be lagger than other biomes. The confirmation that you have switched game modes will appear up in chat now, so you can see them switching modes. In some situations, carpets were disappearing when you upgrade a version, so they have now fixed this. There was a problem with a previously curved rail being updated with rails on either side would break this curve and try to attach these. This has now been fixed. There was a problem with people thinking that they have saved stuff inside their structure blocks by putting in names that were invalid when they really weren't being saved. Now they have avoided you from being able to place in those type of characters. There was one pixel miscolored on one of the creamy horse's tails, and they have went ahead and recolored it. There was some pixels that were on this iron armor of the horse that were green, and now they're back to being gray. They fixed it so you cannot use a trident to get the sniper duel advancement. Rails along chunk border should no longer update improperly when upgrading to 1.13. This should prevent any place where you have rails in your worlds from breaking when updating to 1.13. Ocelots as well as parrots now spawn inside of jungles again. Clicking on a villager with a spawn egg would not produce a baby villager, but would instead open up the villager's GUI, but now it has been fixed. Water used to look differently when it was up against some glass, and you might have seen this in my other videos, but now they have fixed this, so it looks a lot better. The nether portal block would sometimes break when upgrading from 1.12.2 into 1.13. Some types of blocks that were on chunk borders would cause all the blocks inside the chunk to update, such as like floating sand would fall, and this has now been fixed. They said that they fixed a item duplication bug. They fixed a really bad bug that I showed where if you get up really high and fish start spawning down below and then they will despawn because you're farther than 128 meters from them, dolphins would be able to spawn, but they would not be able to despawn, and this caused enormous amounts of dolphins, thousands of dolphins. It actually crashed your game, and I did post some pictures of this on the Discord. There's still these cases where plants will be placed above water pools. Essentially, the water pool generates and it will remove the blocks except for the plants. And these plants won't update, unlike the 1.12 ones. So they'll just stay like this forever. Mostly a lot of different types of bug fixes in this snapshot. I really hope they keep this up and continue fixing all the things that got broken when 1.13 came out and across all the different snapshots. It seems that as much content that they add to a new version, they also come up with about 10 times as many bugs for each of this new content. So it will take them quite a while to go ahead and fix all those bugs, but I hope they don't go ahead and try to release this version without first trying to fix some of the major ones. I don't mind if the aesthetics ones don't get fixed, because eventually people will see them visually and then they will complain and those will get fixed. But some of these smaller ones that people don't really notice often get pushed to the side and then don't end up ever getting fixed, because if they don't get fixed before the 1.13, sometimes they never get fixed. Thank you guys for watching, and if you found this interesting, show me with a like and share this with others. If you'd like to see more stuff with the 1.13 snapshot, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell button, and tell me what you guys' thoughts are on this down in the comments. Bye-bye.